All right, let's do this thing. Just making sure that we're all set up here. And so, yeah, so today what the goal is to try to learn how to actually play in ranked battles. So I found myself a rental team that I'm going to work with. So the team consists of Armor Rouge with a Life Orb, Charizard, Solar Power, Choice Scarf, Chlorophyll Focus Sash. This is a Torkoal with Drought, Indeedee that has Trick Room up, and then the Flutter Mane that is going to be fast and can also get or get the sun out. So here's the idea. It's a sun team that we're working with. Never really worked with a sun team in the past, so I'm pretty excited to see what this gives us and how we can actually end up playing this game. So let's try to get a few ranks. Let's see what we can do over the next little bit. It was the first time using this team. I have tried to use other teams in the past. I am going to be going on the double battle circuit and will be trying just to use this sun team, getting to learn how to really do it. And let's hope for the best. So I'm thinking that for the most part, I'm going to be trying to bring Torkoal in, obviously to set up that sun, see what I could do about it. Okay, so what are we looking at? A Tinkaton, Goldango, Great Tusk, Excalibur, Iron Bundle, and Skeledirge. So I think that with regards to this, something that will be very important is the Flutter Mane, and some way that we can get maybe some sort of speed going. So let's start off with, let's get the sun up. What are they gonna possibly lead with against me? Some sort of Tinkaton boost. I should be fastest if I come out with Flutter Mane, but I use up my booster energy right away. Let's maybe start off with Charizard. Let's bring in at the same time Lilligant, and let's see what Flutter Mane in the back can do. It's the first time using this team, so might not be the right way to use it, but that's okay. I'm going to be pretty weak to this Great Tusk as a general rule, but I am excited to see what I can do against this thing. Okay, this is actually not a bad start for me. I think I kind of am in the mood to go with an Eruption. That's probably going to hit pretty hard. No, he's going to hit me. So maybe I just start off with something like Heat Wave. Let's start off with Heat Wave, actually. No, I'm Focus Sash. choice scarf. So I'll be the fastest. And no, let's switch my Torkoal out. Let's bring Lilligant in, and then oh, I think my turn came to an end there. Icy Wind, that's gonna hurt. Pretty hard, so let's bring Solar Blade out. Let's also go with let's just get some damage out here and do it this way. So let's see what happens. So we're going for a Solar Blade. I am still +1 in speed with the Lilligant, so effectively, because I have Chlorophyll as the ability. And I'm basically neutral speed with the Charizard because I have a choice scarf. This is going to be Icy Wind. Am I at all faster? I am faster. There we go. Come on, this gotta do a lot of damage. Oh, that hurts. Oh, he's got the Focus Sash. Okay. Makes sense. He's gonna Icy Wind. That's probably gonna do quite a bit. My Charizard's gonna go down this turn, but not before I get my attack off, which is gonna be nice. And let's get that Overheat up. Tinkaton fainted. Now I'm gonna faint as well. So that kind of is not great on my end. But let's place it on the left. Let's bring this in. But now with the sun, I should be getting a decent setup here. Probably shouldn't have switched to Torkoal at the beginning. Torkoal was already slow. Speed was heightened. There we go. Okay, and so now what I'm looking to do here is I'm thinking that I just go with an Eruption. It's probably the best call. And I'm gonna go with Dazzling Gleam. This is gonna take out the Iron Bundle and should also do some decent damage potentially to... Okay. That's cool. The Baxcalibur stays alive. It protected itself, but this is gonna target both. So I take out the Iron Bundle. So that's now we're at 2-on-2. It does waste a turn of the sun. So that could be really big. And let's see what ends up happening here as we continue through. Okay, so we've got Goldengo coming out. And I think that I'm just going to do the same thing. Here I don't think I have the choice, right? Or do I? Oh, I do, because I have the booster energy. So if I could take out the Goldengo poses a threat to my Flutter Mane. I mean, the Baxcalibur, I should be able to take it out in one shot. But I do have... I shouldn't have done Eruption, now that I think about it. Oh well, it's too late. It's got Thermal Exchange as an ability. That's okay. Baxcalibur would have switched types. Okay, it's now a water type, so that's pretty good in terms of a defensive side of things. I am looking to get rid of this Goldengo. Not quite. Let's special defense fell, but that's not going to be enough anyways. Oh, that's huge. Okay. And it's gonna icicle spear. That's gonna be a lot of damage. That should take me out. Okay, GG. Good game, good game. Let's see what we can do on the next one then. Yeah, let's continue battling. I want to learn how to use this team. I think it's important. Gives me another dynamic of what I could do. I've never really tried the Sun teams in the past. I think that maybe Charizard isn't a great Pokemon to bring in as a general rule of thumb. Might not be my first choice is what I mean. But let's see what I can end up doing. It's been a good day. Okay, what are we battling? Interesting, interesting. I'm thinking that what I'm gonna do on this one is I'm gonna lead Torkoal and Didi. Then what I'm gonna bring as well is I'm gonna bring the Armor Rouge. It's not that fast. If he looks like he's trying to set up the Tailwind, I'm going to basically not let him. And then the Flutter Mane is gonna be there as I'm on to bring in. So I got a little bit of bulk in this one instead of really focusing on damage like I did last time. And seeing about things like misdirection, if I could protect my Flutter Mane using the Indeedee, that would be pretty good. I should maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna do it this way instead. I'm gonna lead Torkoal and Armor Rouge, see if they don't give anything that's crazy. I'm gonna go for a high damaging move, and maybe go for, if I can get it off, an Eruption right off the bat. Maybe not an Eruption here. Intimidates, that's okay. Drought, I'm thinking, no, I don't want to do that. I'm thinking that just in case, what I kind of want to do is this, and I want to see about getting the Trick Room up. What do I switch to? Grass? You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go for the Trick Room. Make my Slowmons. Okay, Rainy Day. He's trying to take away the sun. That's okay, because that's not what I'm trying to fight for right now. Earth Power, that should be quad effective. Take out the Arcanine. That's excellent. And now with Trick Room up, I should hopefully be the fastest thing on the field. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to probably bring out my Torkoal, take him out, and bring in the Indeedee. Let's see if with the Surging Strikes I can get some good damage off. And then here what I'm gonna do is I'm going to Expanding Force and see if I can actually take this Urshifu out in one fell swoop. I've got the Rocky helmet on here, so that could be good. The Psychic Surge coming in to make the Aqua Jet hopefully stronger. Oh, stops that as well. Oh wow, he was able to, oh I guess probably Prankster. And then the Expanding Force. There we go. There we go. That was a strong turn. Very big read. Very big read. One mon left. Let's hopefully get this taken care of. I am going to, just to be safe, say follow me, and I am going to go with that Expanding Force as well. Again. And hopefully this is going to be able to do well. Just please don't be dark. That would really suck for me. No, he can't be dark. He's got to be water. Right? And Expanding Force gets extra strength because of the Psychic Terrain. Wow. That took out a lot. I think what I'm going to do as well, so now what I want to do is bring this guy in. I think I want to move my face to be over here so that we could see the HP of Mons, and we can try to go for this again. Let's see if we can take out this Ogre Pawn with something with this. There you go. There we go. And that's how it's done. Amazing. Finally won one with that. Good read there, seeing the trying to stop the Aqua Jet using the Psychic Terrain. Stopping those priority moves can be very, very valuable. Let's continue battling. Awesome. Okay. Beginner rank 3. Let's try to keep going. Let's try to get a team and let's try to get some wins. I like that Armor Rouge has some strength. I like, obviously, Fluttermane is a strong mon. So who do we want to lead? So we've seen a team similar to this. I think that the idea here is going to be, let's weaken any water moves that can come out. Let's start with this. We might, no, I don't think we're gonna see the Rillaboom come in on this. So let's just have, let's have the same start there. Let's bring the same team. So this is the team that we're gonna bring. It should be able to do pretty well, I think. And this time we should be able to get the sun up and keep the sun up. Because I don't think that they would have brought Rain Dance or anything. I mean, maybe they do. But let's see. Okay, a lot of these shiny iron bundles coming through, huh? Okay, Intimidate, but that's okay. None of my mons use attack. I get the Drought off. So I have the Sun that I like, the Quark Drive. Unfortunately, okay, his speed was heightened, but I'm weakening any water moves that come in. I am going to... I think I'm just gonna go for it here. Go for Eruption, and I think I'm going to, maybe against my better judgment, go with the Terastallization right off the bat and bring in Trick Room. And what that should do is, if I do get off a good attack here, and they were trying to target down my Armor Rouge, it probably wouldn't be with, maybe they are using an ice move. Okay, we like seeing Protect, that's a free turn there. We like seeing Stomping Tantrum. Okay, would have been, so it kind of wasted the, that this turn, but that's okay. Eruption is fine. Trick Room coming up. He already used Protect into that slot, so now I'm going to just go with a Heat Wave. Oh, I've got the choice spec. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually switch here. I'm going to bring out the Indeedee again, like last time, to try to fight any priority moves. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I'm actually going to I'm going to Aura Sphere the Eisenbolt bundle. So let's see what happens here. Okay. There we go. That's one big threat out. Lost some HP, that's okay. Stomping Tantrum, I should be able to take that. Rocky Helmet. Oh, I didn't even realize that that was a contact move. Arcani does... Okay. This is what Arcani is. Intimidate, that's completely fine. Again, I don't really need that for myself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Helping Hand Armor Rouge battle. I'm going to Expanding Force. Yeah, I'm going to Expanding Force and aim at the Arcani. Because with the Psychic Terrain, I actually hit both. So that's just really powerful. I really like this combo. It's really got something going for it. And now I'm a 4-on-1 really. 4-on-1 really, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go Follow Me. And I'm going to do the same thing, Expanding Force. Okay, he gave up. Follow Me, I was able to just make it so that my Indeedee was just going to keep taking any of the hits, at least for a while I could get some pretty strong attacks off. So I'm going to continue battling. Pokeball tier, so that's cool. I ended up going up from beginner to the Pokeball tier. I am looking, of course, although I don't expect it to happen today at all by any means, I am looking to hopefully be able to get up to the Master Ball tier. That would be great. Never really done this before. I have dabbled a little bit in the past, and I think the most I had gotten was a Great Ball tier. So look, let's see who we're up against. So we're up against that gold dango. Okay, okay. I like the idea of starting off here, bringing, and I like this to have some sort of threat right off the bat. I like the Indeedee at the beginning, and you know what? I think that the Fluttermane is just too strong in this. It's only weak to the Chen Pao. So if I can get this going in a way that I would like, I could probably get some pretty good damage in. Of course, it's going to resist my expanding force, or it's going to be, I won't be able to use expanding force the way that I was able to in the last one because they're two dark types. But my Aura Sphere is going to do a lot of damage against the Chen Pao. Against the Ice Weasel. And of course he brings out the two dark types right off the bat. Sword of Ruin, that's going to be pretty rough for me. But I'm hoping that what's going to happen here is they're going to target off the Armarouge. So what I'm going to do with the Armarouge is I'm going to Terrastalize, and I'm going to just try to get my Trick Room up. Because now if I can end up being faster, that's going to be great. They're probably going to bring some dark moves into me. I'm not necessarily the bulkiest of Mons, but at least now I'm not weak to dark moves. So let's see what happens here. Fake Out, okay, that kind of sucks. Lash Out, again, that kind of sucks. But I can get Eruption off. And that's pretty big, I would say, to get that kind of damage going. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to continue to use Eruption here, but I'm going to switch the Armarouge out, and I'm actually going to bring the Indeedee in. The reason being is I've got the Rocky Helmet. Now they probably will not be going for a dark move. Maybe they do, but that's okay. Get that Psychic Surge up, and if the Chen Pao does hit me, it didn't, that's great. A Sucker Punch is really nice. Light Screen is going to weaken my eruptions, but at the same time, that's fine. Eruption should be enough to take out both the Grimmsnarl and the Chen Pao. Honestly, a really good turn on my end. Of course, knowing what the Chen Pao was going for Sucker Punch, while it obviously outsped, it shouldn't have done that. Should have probably just attacked directly. That would have guaranteed at least a hit. But knowing what I know now, hindsight, obviously, I would have liked to stay in and Trick Roomed. But that's okay. Now I don't think that they'll be able to give enough damage to me for it to really matter. So I'm just going to keep spamming Eruption because that's kind of what I have to do in this situation. And then I'm just going to Trick Room. I think it's probably the best thing for me to do. Or should I actually do Follow Me? You know what? I'm going to Trick Room. I'm going to slow the game down. Okay, he's going into what? Fire, right? So it's going to be the typing. Embody Aspect. Stomping Tantrum. That'll do quite a bit for sure. Imprison. Oh, that's going to probably stop my Trick Room. That's going to be big. Yeah, can't use Trick Room. That's pretty big. So, is it valuable for me to bring the sun up again? I don't think it is, so I'm just gonna kind of let this happen. And I'm going to Dazzling Gleam on this one. Oh, it's got Dazzling Gleam. Wow. Okay, let's do Follow Me. Yeah, let's do Follow Me. So you could come, you could hit me. That's fine. Probably should have followed me last turn. That would have been really smart. Wow, that did a lot. That does a lot of damage. That's pretty crazy. Dazzling Gleam. I'm gonna get my Eruption off. And I think that the way that I kind of need to do this is bring in my Flutter Mane. Bring in the Flutter Mane. I'm going to have some speed. Speed was heightened. I am going to... So I should... I think. I'm not 100% sure how fast Ogerpon is, but I'm going to just keep hitting Eruption here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit... I think I have to... No, I could go... I can go Shadow Ball here, and hopefully I could take this thing out. Spiky Shield, that's not going to be enough to really do anything, or it's not going to do any damage to me. At least, but unfortunately it does mean that I'm going to end up getting hit. I'm going to hit that Eruption again. I think that it might be safe for me to... Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so my photosynthesis wore off, but now I'm going to use the booster energy to get my my speed heightened, unfortunately. I am looking, I think at this point, that I'm going to try to just swap in. It's probably the safe-ish play to do. I'm going to try to take out that Ogerpon. Probably won't be able to. The Flutter Mane is going to take me. I was really outplayed in this one. I think it would have probably been better if in this one I actually brought the Charizard. It would be amazing if you can take a hit, which you can't. I don't see a world right now where I survive this at all. I'll bring the Torkoal in. I need to use a move, obviously, that is going to hit both Mons, but I don't see a world where I actually am able to do anything crazy here. So, but I have to hit both. So Heat Wave is going to be the move, but I definitely lose this one. I kept the Torkoal in too long there. I should have been more decisive. It wasn't doing anything, and so my opponent was okay to just leave it there. And that's a mistake that I made for sure. Okay. Continuing on, let's see what I can do with this team. I do really like the Indeedee though, the psychic terrain. has brought me a lot of use there, so I'm going to definitely see if there's a way that I can get smarter at manipulating and maneuvering those pieces. Now, they have their own Ndidi, which is quite interesting. Do I want to bring my Ndidi potentially? So I'm kind of feeling either way that I'm going to start with the Torkoal. This time, I think, though, however, I'm going to start with... This Charizard has Air Slash, Focus Blast, Heat Wave, and Overheat. Is that useful in this? I don't know if that's really useful. The Flutter Mane is definitely useful. I'm gonna start off strong and bring out the Flutter Mane, and I'm gonna keep the same team that I had here, but with the Drought up, I'm gonna boost my speed, so I'm gonna be the fastest thing out there for sure as the Flutter Mane. Barring, I guess, any... Oh, did I not say done? Okay, let's go. So barring anything crazy, that's the way that I'm going to start. And if they do bring the Noivern in, I'm thinking Moonblast is probably the strongest thing to start with. Or to go with. Okay. They have the mouse hold up there. And I'm thinking that this is nice because I get to raise my speed here. I mean, obviously, it is what it is in that sense. But I'm going to... I think I'm going to swap the Torkoal out right at the beginning. I'm going to bring the Ndidi in. And I'm going to use Moonblast to try to really just take out that mouse hold. Because I'm predicting that there's going to be like an Earth Power or something going into the Torkoal's slot. And I think Ndidi can take that hit. Bring up the Psychic Terrain. They terrestrialize already. That's pretty crazy. What is he terrestrializing into? Ghost? Ooh, that could be... Is he Terra Blasting right off the bat and going for my Flutter Mane? If I get this off, beat up, he's using that. Oh wow, okay, they're really just trying to strengthen himself there. That's quite interesting. Okay, Rattled is going to keep raising its speed. It's going to get hit a couple times. Now the question becomes, do I work towards... That'll be onto my Flutter Mane. That'll do a lot. That's a really interesting turn. You know, I didn't think about that. I don't play this enough. But that's definitely something that I'm going to remember for next time. And I think that right now what I need to do is swap this in. And what I'm looking to do is really get that Trick Room up. I think Trick Room right now is going to be my saving grace. So let's Trick Room. And let's just so that I don't fall into the trap that I fell in last time. Eruption's really powerful, but I'm gonna Heat Wave. Helping Hand, okay. Who's he taking out? Hyper Voice? Okay, so he took the Torkoal out, that's fine, but I do end up getting the Trick Room off. And I think that that might be just enough, hopefully, to be able to really get the ball rolling here. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try to spam expanding force. And I am going to not even bother. I need to get damage off. I'm going to be the slowest thing on the field in both instances. But if I can get a lot of damage off here, that's going to be huge. So, okay. Mouse hold down. But that's not going to be enough, I don't think. Indeed, he's going to have the strength to take this out. Terra Blast. What I should have done was I should have Terra'd there. Even though it wouldn't have really brought much, but that's okay. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. There's no way that I can win this. I'm just going to give that battle up. He definitely outplayed me there. Well done. Well played. GG. Okay, we're gonna keep trying. Lost a bit of ranking there. Eek. That's okay. We'll get better at this team. We'll learn the synergy of it. I'm pleasantly I'm a little bit pleased with the way that it's been going so far. Okay, so I'm gonna start off this way, and I'm going to start off this way. I'm going to bring now, so against the Cresselia it'd be good. Against the Grim Snarl, I'm pretty sure they're bringing the Grim. I'm gonna do it, and you know, I really like this thing. I'm gonna bring it. Maybe I'm a little bit too linear on that. But next time I'll try another team. And just trying to learn a little bit of the mechanics of each team and see what this is kind of like. Okay. So here I don't think I really need to worry about the Grim Snarl. That being said, though, we do have... Okay, so I'm going to start off with... Actually, I don't know if I want to start off with Trick Room. I think I'm going to start off with Dazzling Gleam. See if I... See, more of a scouting type of play. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just gonna switch straight to Flutter Mane. So they can't fake out. I'm expecting screens to come out here. One of the problems that I'm noticing with this team is I'm very focused on special attack. So it becomes an easy read for the Grim Snarl to use Light Screen instead of Reflect. That's gonna do some decent damage considering, but it's nothing crazy. But what I really want to do right now is take out that Grimmsnarl. So I'm going to... thinking I'm going to helping hand. Yeah, I'm going to helping hand the Fluttermane. And I'm going to just straight up Moonblast. And hopefully that'll be enough to take out the Grim. I know it's probably an obvious play. But it doesn't look like a Protect or anything came out. Parting Shot. Psychic Terrain. Okay, you can't use that. So that's cool. I ended up taking advantage of a lack of knowledge on my opponent's side. That's okay. To be honest, it might have gotten me. It would have probably gotten me as well. But hey. We're going to see what we can do here. What do they bring out? Okay, Rillaboom with the Grassy Surge instead of the Psychic Terrain. So that could be pretty useful. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Follow Me. And then I'm going to Moonblast the Dundozo. So what's he switching? Okay, he doesn't want to be grass. That makes sense. Okay, he's going to fire. That's interesting. It's not a bad Terra, actually, given how some things are going to be. That's okay. I guess I couldn't get the attack that I wanted off. Wow, that does nothing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the Torkoal in. I'm going to bring the Torkoal in and I'm going to swap the Indeedee out. I'm very surprised that he brought the Rillaboom, to be honest with you. So I'm going to swap the Indeedee out to the Armarouge. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Earth Power the Rillaboom. What's his last mon? Ah, darn. Did he possibly read that I have Earth Power? Very possible. Curse. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Terra on... And I think what he wanted to do as well was just protect the fact that he's got that. Okay. So let's do it. Let's do this for now. What I'm going to start off with is battle. I'm going to Terra right away. And I'm going to... I'm just going to straight up Expanding Force. And I'm going to bring out the Indeedee right away. And I'm going to hope... that he doesn't bring out his Rillaboom this turn. Because what I'm thinking is that with the Expanding Force and the Psychic Terrain, as long as he didn't switch this turn, I'll be able to do quite a bit of damage, hopefully, to that Dondozo. The Dondozo is really taking up a lot of space for me, and I think is my biggest problem right now. Oof, that hurts. But at least I'm gonna still be able to hit. I know that's not going to do a lot of damage. Oh, now he brought up Trick Room. Okay, interesting. It would have been interesting, actually, if I Trick Roomed there. So what I'm going to do here to start is I think I'm going to... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually... I'm going to Trick Room, and I'm going to follow me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Trick Room, and I'm going to follow me. And see what my opponent does. Ouch. Crit. Okay, well that's gonna be that turn. And I'm thinking that right now, I kind of need to go with... He might try to get the Trick Room up again. And if he does, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Wave Crash is going to be significantly weaker right now. I'm going to use the Expanding Force, and I'm going to go for Eruption. I think I don't really have much of a choice. I need to go for as much damage as I possibly can right now. And I did expect the Protect to come up. I expand because he probably expected the Expanding Force. And I'm going to be bringing in the Eruption. That's crazy. The Cresselia is actually slower than me. That's pretty insane. Okay, Trick Room's not a surprise. Hopefully I have one more turn of this up. But I've got the Sun, so that's going to be really useful. And I have to, I'm pretty much stuck now into using Eruption constantly. But Wave Crash will be weakened, and Torkoal is physically defensive. So that's kind of my saving grace right now. That would have been nice. Wave Crash into who? Oh, really? Interesting. They're really gonna... There we go. I should take out the Cresselia at the very least. Okay. Cresselia down. Fake out as long as the terrain... I wasn't counting with the turns, but as long as the terrain isn't out... Light screen wore off, so that's big. That's really, really big. I'm going to Expanding Force. Gotta really try to take out the Dondozo. And I'm kind of stuck into Eruption, both fortunately and unfortunately. I'm hitting both. It's going to do more damage once the Actually, I might not have been the right play to go with expanding force into the, or just to go expanding force at all. Wave crash, that, ooh, that crit was big. Okay, well, I went expanding force. Oh, cool, so my expanding force is actually just gonna switch over now, so that's pretty big. Okay. The problem here is that I really hope he doesn't have like Terra Blast or something. So expanding force is going to be my strongest attack. If I can get a hit off, it's going to kill, but I'm stuck into Eruption as well. Am I slower than the Rillaboom? I don't remember. There we go. Beautiful. Woo! Able to get a few battles in. Amazing. I really thought that was a lost cause. But coming in clutch, we were able to take that one out. Take that one down as a W. Let's go for one more, I think. One more battle, and we'll see what we can do here. Okay, so we've got that rattled play that we're looking at again as an idea. So I think what I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to bring the Indeedee right away. And I'm thinking that... what does this Lilligant have? Close combat, solar blade, sleep powder. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lead this. I'm gonna bring the Torkoal, and I'm gonna bring I'm gonna bring this, and I'm gonna try that. I'm hoping that the Salamence doesn't come. That's the only thing that I'm kind of hoping for here. I mean, I've got Dazzling Gleam as a worst case scenario that can work against the Salamence there. The Chosen One and Jolteon. So, yeah, really like set the Dunsparce clearly. And I think that the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to get that Trick Room up right away. And I'm going to try to Sleep Powder this spot. And if I could Sleep Powder this, then switch. Yeah, see, he's going for exactly what I thought he was going for. Now, I'm going to try to slow everything down. Yes. That's excellent. Pin missile. And now he's speeding his guy up. That's fine. And that's great and all. But at the same time, he's going to be asleep. And so that is gonna hurt him actually. And I'm gonna get the trick room up. So I should be pretty good here. Now what I want to do is I want to bring in my Torkoal. I'm going to swap in Torkoal, and I'm going to go for a Solar Blade, I'm thinking, into the Dunsparce. So I know I'm speeding myself up, but what I want to do is I want to see if I can actually, I'm not 100% sure on how this works, but I think the sun comes up, Solar Blade is then going to be able to take on, make it a one-turn move. It's going to Thunder Wave, that's fine. Thunder Wave my Torkoal all you want, slow me down. Oh, that's crazy that it's slow, that it's like already woke up. Turn 2, that's horrible luck for me. It's okay. I have the trick room up. So let's see what I can do here. That's some pretty decent damage. I'm not sad about that. I'm going to bring in Armarouge. And I'm just going to go for Expanding Force. I'm going to go for Expanding Force. Or do I just go for Heat Wave? Heat Wave, the sun is up. So Heat Wave should be pretty good. Let's do this. Let's really try to get this to Dunsparce out. It might have Protect. Hopefully it doesn't. It does have it. Dang. I should have read that. Okay, well, Jolteon at least is down. So that's pretty big. Should maybe have tried to Sleep Powder. Once well trained. Huh, that's interesting. That's a fun name. Okay, so now with my attack lowered, that does change things, but I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Expanding Force, and I'm going to go... And I'm going to swap the Indeedee. I'm feeling it. Withdrew the Dunsparce, so that can be useful for me. Hoenn Champion. What are we looking at? Okay. So I should be getting a really nice turn here. It lowered my attack twice, but I'm switching out. So the Intimidate's actually not working on me. And Expanding Force here, I think he was thinking that maybe I'm using, but Expanding Force should do a lot. There we go. Crunch. Okay. Crunch is not bad. But now it's, I think, pretty clear what I'm going to be doing here. Okay, so the Chosen One's back out. He's no longer fast like he was. But now it's going to be pretty clear. I'm going to Expanding Force. I want to take out this Gyarados, or at least the Dunsparce, and I'm going to be clicking Follow Me. The Gyarados should be only physical attacks anyways. What this is going to mean is that my Rocky Helmet, as a worst case, is going to do some damage. But Expanding Force should just be able to, or will take out the Gyarados. Okay, awesome. Now I'm just looking at... Trick Room should expire relatively soon. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. That's good. I am going to Heat Wave now, and I am going to... I think the idea is just constantly follow me. I just keep spamming follow me because indeed he's not my damage dealer. And I don't think this Dunsparce... Oh, it does have an attack that hits to both. Should have thought about that. Okay. That's not good. But I've got the Lilligant. And what I should do is probably... Let's try Sleep Powder. If I could get it to sleep, that'd be pretty good. And let's, for this turn, go with Dazzling Gleam. I survive at least one hit because I have Sturdy. If I get them to get it to sleep, that's going to be massive. But next turn, either way, what I'm doing is I'm running in... Did I hit? There we go. Nice hit. Dazzling Gleam. Okay, awesome. So this is going to be a guaranteed win next turn. And I'm just going to Close Combat. And I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. And that will be that. No, I'm going to call that for the day. Really appreciate you for joining. I'm at the Pokeball League right now. So hopefully next time I could go up a couple and maybe even make it to the Great Ball League. That would be great. Until next time,